could say, oh, well, Duke had this champion in the Golden Gloves, but, story is just about him.
There you go, 153, that was good. Again. 4, nice solid 4.
My whole thing is I just want Duke's name to be remembered. That's the bottom line. We have the wall behind us. Just a simple plaque, put it on the wall. This is the site of the gym, where the gym used to be, where thousands of kids pass through, and then I'll let the older... My whole thing is I just want Duke's name to be remembered. That's the bottom line. We have the wall behind us. Just a simple plaque, put it on the wall. This is the site of the gym, where the gym used to be.
Again. And in that gym, the Bellevue Square Boys Club, Johnny Duke taught boxing and so much more. He taught about life's lessons. Edwin Gomez, another former fighter who grew up at Bellevue Square, remembers.
We travel all around the country. He taught us to go to school and taught us the right way, instead of being hanging on the street, being like in a situation that's not right. He was just, I miss him a lot.
I mean, Duke, had white kids, he had Chinese kids, the whole nine, whatever it is. I mean, kids are kids. I mean, all kids need, I don't care if they're from Suffield or from the ghetto in Hartford, they need help, they need guidance.
Scully began boxing in 1982. 4 years later, he qualified for the Nationals. Duke worked his corner, and over the next several years, made a strong impression on the young fighter from Windsor.
He was there for the people, 100%. And he's the type of guy, you go to him, Duke, can I borrow $5? You'd have to hear him yell at you for 5 minutes about why do you need the money, but you knew he was going to give you the money. And, that was just the kind of guy he was, and, I miss him.
Scully had success at both the amateur and professional levels, from winning the 1987 National Police Athletic League Championships to the New England middleweight title. Away from the ring, he's followed Duke's lead. Like Duke, he sees no color, just the opportunity to make a difference.
What are you most proud of?
Probably my work that I've done. I have a group of 4 kids that I worked with in Hartford. Greg Kyler, Sammy Vega, Orlando Cordova, and Dwayne Hairston. And probably my work with them overall, probably more than anything I ever did actually in the ring. Traveling with them and teaching them things and learning from them. And probably my relation, because I'm still close with 3 of them. Greg Kyler passed away a couple years ago, but the other 3 I'm still in touch with all the time, and it's a good feeling.
Do you suppose the fact that you put that above your accomplishments in the ring is one of the reasons why you and Johnny got along so well?
Maybe that might make sense, knowing how Duke was, and yeah, I guess when you put it like that, maybe so.
I've seen you working with kids for many years at different gyms. It doesn't matter their color, their religion, their whatever. You're colorblind, which is a great trait. Where does that come from?
Comes from a lot of different areas, but part of it's Muhammad Ali. Ali, even when he was at his bragging best, he was half smiling, and yet he was approachable. And to this day, even in his present state, he's maintained that. He's a people person. He's a champion of the people. So I've always tried to be that type of approachable type of person, and especially with the kids. Yeah.
So you don't have to hit them hard.
With kids, no matter where they're from or whatever, you can't just say, stay out of trouble and you'll be fine. It's a daily process. And as I realize, as I deal with, especially with the inner city kids, growing up under tough circumstances, you have to stay on the kids. You have to maintain every day.
Boxing has meant so much to you. The history of boxing, you know everything about it. How special being inducted into the Connecticut Hall of Fame? How special is that for you?
I mean, for me, it's like a dream come true. It's kind of surreal. And when I first started boxing, my heroes were the guys from Connecticut. It wasn't the world or the national California. I knew, there was Marlon Starlin, of course, and Troy Wortham. These guys were superstars to me, and I wanted to be something. Like, I would see Troy Wortham in the gym, and I'd be like, man, it's Troy Wortham. I can't believe it. Like, I'd tell people, yeah, I was training with Troy Wortham yesterday, and for me, that was like training with Muhammad Ali. So to be, chosen as someone in the Hall of Fame at for this state, with all the great guys that I admired and looked up to, that's kind of surreal to me.
Let's play word association. I'll give you a name. Give me your thoughts, beginning with Muhammad Ali.
Well, I'm 42 years old. I've never tasted alcohol in my life. I've never done a drug. I've never smoked a cigarette. That's because when I was 12 years old, I read Muhammad Ali's book, and he said he never did either.
Mike Tyson.
Misunderstood. Good, pretty good guy. I've dealt with him a little bit. Pretty good guy.
Johnny Duke.
Legend. I learned a lot from Johnny Duke about dealing with kids and about being colorblind, not caring about anything. A lot of that comes from Duke. I mean, Duke was a special guy.
Marlon Starling.
Great champion. One of the toughest. Not always the easiest guy to get along with for me personally, but I'd say we're frenemies at this point. But great champion.
Willie Pep.
Legend. I mean, the best. Maybe pure boxer of all time.
Lastly, Pepe Vasquez.
Man, Pepe Vasquez. All heart. Like his whole thing was heart. And Pepe's probably the only trainer I've ever had in my life. I've had about 6 or 7. I've dealt with a lot of trainers. He's probably the only trainer I've ever had that wanted to win more than I did.